What's up YouTube, Mike here from TechnoGI, and today I wanted to do a rumor video, and this is about the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. Now we were planning on and expecting to see this in May, but obviously May's come and gone and no Surface Pro 4. And rumors are, and most likely true, that it's going to come out in July along with Windows 10. But does this actually have Apple worried, I wonder, with the mythical iPad Pro in the works? Who knows? But I'm personally, as a consumer, I'm pretty excited about this product. I mean, there have been so many back and forth rumors about when the Surface Pro 4 will be out that it's hard to keep count. But lots of sites have been claiming that it's going to be in July, like I said, and that's going to correspond to Windows 10. And of course, this only makes sense because obviously they're going to want to ship this with their latest and greatest operating system. So July is probably a good date, or I say a good guess on when it's actually going to come out. And of course, it will come preloaded with Windows 10. So, I mean, multiple reports are claiming that it's going to have an Intel Core M Broadwell chip, and they're going to ditch the original Intel chips. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but we'll see. And of course, they want to do that because it would allow for a fanless design, which personally I'd rather have the fan and keep the higher specs. But there's again no confirmation from Microsoft. But I mean, that doesn't automatically mean that it's going to happen. So we'll see. Rumors are also saying that the Surface Pro 4 is going to have a 12-inch display and a 14-inch display. So the rumors are that it's going to come in two sizes. I think it's really only going to be in one. It'll be the same 2160 by 1440 pixel resolution as the Surface Pro 3. But there's also some rumors that claim that it's going to have a 4K screen and have, like I said, possibly a 14-inch variant, which I still really don't see that happening. But those are the rumors. But personally, this is kind of what I really think is going to happen. Of course, let me go over the rumored specs again. So like I said, rumors are that it's going to have 4 GB, 8 GB, and all the way up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. It could have the i3, i5, i7 just like the current, or a Broadwell 5th generation, or the Core M, same as the Surface, not the Surface Pro, but same as the MacBook, which I find that less likely or less believable. Of course, with the Core M, that allows you to have no fan, but if you take away the fan, of course, that's going to equal more heat, which is going to equal throttling, which is going to be less performance. So I hope they don't go that route. I don't think they will. But as far as the rumors for the storage, it says it could go all the way up to 512 gigabytes and even a terabyte, which sounds practical to me, sounds believable. But I'm sure they'll have the lower end model, like you can get it in 64, just like the current. But I think they'll have 4, 64, 128, 256, and of course 512. And then for the maxed out version, you can probably get a terabyte. Like I said, the rumored specs for the screen is 12 and a 14-inch. But with the 14-inch, obviously you're going to need new keyboard accessories, so that's why I really don't see them going for a larger one, because then you're going to have to buy another type cover. And of course, with that, will the current dock work with the Surface Pro 4 if they change the size? Who knows? I mean, that's on Microsoft, but I know a lot of people would be highly disappointed if they spend $200 for the dock and it doesn't work for the Surface Pro 4. More ports, rumors obviously say that it could have a USB-C, again, in line with the MacBook. Who knows? Obviously, it's probably going to have a better camera. And one of the bigger rumors is also that it could have a 4K display. Who knows? Personally, this is what I think they're going to be, so you can fact check me in a month when they release it, and we'll see if I was right. But I think there's only going to be one size, and it'll be the 12-inch, same size it is now, and that's going to allow for current accessories to work. So I don't think they're going to change the size, just because, again, it's going to upset consumers that have bought type covers and docking stations already. I think it's going to stick with the Intel processors and a fan, because that's going to be more powerful. But I think Microsoft is going to want to target enterprise, so they're going to want this to be a desktop replacement as long as a laptop replacement. So I really don't see them going with the Core M, just because it's going to significantly hamper the performance of it, and I think that's going to hurt the target audience. Obviously, they want Joe consumer, but also Microsoft wants to market it to companies. So if companies can use this as a desktop replacement, I think Microsoft would be better off. So I don't see them going with the same chip that's in the MacBook, but I could be wrong, but that's just me. So we'll see in a month. Also, I do think that you'll be able to get it up to 16 gigabytes, so I think that will be an option. So I think the maxed out model is going to be 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. So look for that. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the USB 3.0, but I'm willing to bet that they're going to add a second port, which will be a USB-C. So I think they'll have the USB 3.0 and the USB-C on the device. So I think you'll have the best of both worlds. They're most likely, and I'm almost positive, they're going to increase the camera. I think it's going to be the exact same camera that's in the current Surface 3. So you get an 8 megapixel rear shooter, and you'll get a 5 megapixel in the front. Obviously, they're going to make the battery better. They always do. So whether they do that by increasing the battery size or just newer technology, I don't know. But I plan on battery life being better, at least by a little bit, hopefully. I think the pricing is pretty much going to be on par with what currently is out there for the current gen, you know, with the i3 being the lower end all the way up to the i7 being the top end. I'm willing to bet that the maxed out spec model, which again will probably be 16 gigs of RAM, and an i7 is probably going to be about $2,500 if I had to guess. And I'd be willing to bet that the display is going to only be a 2K display, which is still excellent, but I don't think they're going to go with a 4K, just because that's going to go along with lowering the battery life on that to power that display. So I think it'll have a 2K resolution, but those are just what I think personally. What do you guys think? So if you guys have thoughts on this, or you agree, disagree, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I do read those, so I'm curious to see what your guys' take on the Surface Pro 4 is, if you think it's going to have the specs that I mentioned or something dramatically different. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so and you want to keep tabs of what videos I put out there, go ahead and hit subscribe so you'll be able to see when a new video is posted. But other than that, as always, thanks for watching. Later.